right, so let's come back together for cover letters. And I'm going to pick on this group right here in the middle because you guys have been talking, and so I feel like you have some good examples to share. Yes.
We just said for the cover letter, you talk about like the experiences that you've learned from just throughout your life and how they apply to that specific job.
Do you have an example?
Personally, not personally, no.
None of us play collegiate athletics, so we wouldn't be bringing up stuff in high school.
Okay. Now, and you're right about that. There's sometimes, though, people will bring up some high school stuff, just depending on what it is. But definitely, if you played like a club sport or involved in that or anything professionally, you can always include those different types of things also in your athletic experiences. So does any other group have an example of how to utilize it in a cover letter? Okay. Go ahead.
I mean, just playing off that, really just trying to implement like an experience that you had and trying to just show whoever the employer is how you believe that can transfer over the leadership skills or the communication or teamwork or whatever it is.
Right. So the most important thing is being able to like maybe highlight one of your experiences and then being able to talk about how that experience can be transferred over into the working environment. And so just to look at a quick example, and this one doesn't go into a whole lot of detail, but as you can see, it says, as a recent graduate of The Ohio State University with the BA in Communications and being awarded an award-winning Division I track and field athlete, I believe I've developed the qualities and strengths you're looking for in a management trainee. Through a highly disciplined approach to my studies in athletics, I've developed skills in time management, leadership, and strong work ethic. So that's kind of like the lead-in paragraph. And then the next paragraph for this person would probably then be them giving examples of how they've shown time management, how they've shown leadership, and then how they've also shown a strong work ethic. And so those are different ways to incorporate your athletic transferable skills into the documents that you'll be submitting for whatever job it is that you're interested in applying for. Are there any questions about cover letters? Cover letters are a little bit harder to write just because they do want more examples, and I think people tend to be a little bit more general when they're talking in their cover letters. And so, being specific and being descriptive is what makes that employer see how valuable you could be, even if you don't have the actual work experience. And so even though we're talking about athletic transferable skills, this can also be applied to some of those opportunities where you don't have the actual experience, but you may have the skills. Because I know a lot of you guys have probably looked at job descriptions and goes, I could easily do that job. And so when you look at that, there's a reason why you think you could do it. It's probably because you've done something similar or you know that you have the skills to do that. And so being able to write about how you have those skills is kind of the same thing. Even though we're talking about athletic transferable skills are still important in that piece also. So we'll move on now to interviewing. So again, exact same question. How would you answer, actually this is the question I'd want you to answer. If an employer asks you, what has your athletic experience taught you? What's the answer to that question? Okay? So get together, talk about those things.